Hey, hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking about my new e-bike or electric bike. I decided to go with the RadPower brand, and this is the RadCity 4. And the reason I chose this bike is because I have a neighbor that lives 2 houses down. He's had his RadCity for about 3.5 years, and I would see him riding it almost every day. He's a little older gentleman, and he'd be zipping up and down the road in the hills, and I didn't think too much of it. I had a regular bike, and I would ride that. I would walk around the neighborhood about a 2-mile loop, and everything was okay. But I was recently diagnosed with a chronic, kind of somewhat serious health condition called gastroparesis, and I can't really do a lot of the physical activity I used to do. I can't really walk a lot, or walk long distances, and definitely can't ride my regular bike anymore up and down the hills. It's still too strenuous, so it was kind of limiting, and it was a little bit depressing. And I like to be outside here in nature where I live at. It's kind of in a lot of forested a lot of trees around here. It was just beautiful to take a walk, look at the wildlife and the birds. So it was kind of a bummer, and I couldn't do that anymore. My wife still walks. So I thought about it, and I said, hey, maybe I need to look at doing something a little bit different. Sorry, there was a dump truck going by. They're building a new house down the road. But I said, well, maybe let me see if I can find something else I can do that'll get me, out in the neighborhood and in nature again. And I thought, well, let me buy an e-bike. And I talked to my neighbor, and he said he did a lot of research and thought the RadPower was a good brand, and especially the RadCity. I have no real interest in like riding off-road and that type of thing, so I mainly like to ride on the streets or trails. So this seems perfect. And I'll start off by saying, though, you have to have a healthy respect for these bikes, and that's what I've learned. I bought the bike on August 21st. I received it on August 21st, and I've had it this is August 31st, so 10-11 days now. What I've realized, the bike is a lot heavier than a regular bike. It's a lot faster than a regular bike. Kind of handles differently, so you have to get used to that. I kind of almost fell twice. So just be careful, be cautious. But these are great, and I really love it. So the name of my bike is called Freedom Flyer, and I named it that because it has given me a lot of freedom now. I can, like I said, go around, ride around the neighborhood, go to other neighborhoods. For example, this morning I rode 10 miles. I went to another neighborhood where there's a lake. And so it's just really opened up a whole new world for me, and I'm real appreciative of that. And Flyer because, you can get up to 20-25 miles an hour, and just the flying down the road, the exhilaration, the wind blowing past your face. So I just really love it. I'm not going to go over the specs of the bike. You can find, information about that on the internet, YouTube. I just wanted to go over the accessories that I've added to the bike since I got it. And I got a list here. And I guess the first thing that I do, I like to listen to music. So I got this cell phone mount holder that I mounted to the handlebars. It's real convenient. You can use the GPS if you need to, or I like to listen to music, so I open up my iTunes Music. I already had a Bluetooth speaker, JBL speaker, I think the Clip 3. But the thing was, how do I mount this on the bike and have it in a position that's, I can hear the music. I had it under the seat. That was okay, but it was a little bit far away. It would kind of swing. So I bought this cup holder, and it's actually a cup holder for like a stroller. And like I said, I have the link below, but it fits here on this tube, and here it kind of is plastic, but it can kind of open this opening, and I can just slide this speaker in here, and it holds it well. It's not going to fall out. And I can just turn the speaker on, hit the music, Got it synced with my phone. And voila, got music. So that's what I added here, the drink holder to put my speaker in, and it's at a real good position because as I'm riding, the sound is directed toward my face and ears. I don't have to turn it up as loud. The next thing I got, I had to change out the stem that came with the bike because the old stem was a lot lower, the handlebars were a lot lower, and it was only a 60-degree angle, so it was sticking out this way. So I was hunched over like that, like too low, and also overextended. So I went on Amazon, got this 90-degree stem, and was able to raise it up. So I got the height up, and it brought the handlebars close. So now I can sit more upright, and it's a lot more comfortable. Before, there's a lot of weight on my arms and shoulders. Some people kind of make fun of the way the stem looks, but yeah, I don't care. You know, if it's comfortable, that's really all that matters to me. I guess I will be getting a mirror to go on the left side so I can see cars that are approaching from behind. It does come with a bell, but I'm going to get another horn. I'm going to get a horn, which is have more of a louder sound, more of a horn type sound than a bell type sound. This is the battery. I got this this frame bag. I had it here where it's supposed to be, but I found in riding, I got long legs, my legs would kind of hit the bag. So I put it down here, and this is just to carry, I got a little flashlight, a knife, I guess put my keys or other small things in here. And let's see what else. On the bike, I got this, before I get to that, I already had these gloves for quite a while, probably 10 years or so. They just make it more comfortable. They have padding in the palm area, and they're right here. I did get a new helmet. This is a Giro Hero helmet. I don't know, G-I-R-O. And I'd had an old helmet I had about 15 years ago. It's kind of beat up, and I guess I'm sure the technology maybe has improved. Since I'm riding a bigger bike, faster bike, I thought it would be better to get something that was for safety. I got the yellow color. Hopefully people will spot me a little bit easier when I do that. And I also got this Rockbros bag to go on the rack, the rear rack. It came with the rear rack, so that's nice. And this is a pretty well made bag. And inside I got a lot of things, because when you're riding, you never know when you're gonna, maybe get a flat, which is probably the thing you might want to worry about the most, especially on the rear wheel. On the front wheel, it's not that big of a deal to take it off. It's a quick release and change that out, but the rear wheel's no quick release. The motor and the hub are on the back, so it's real heavy, and you got to have wrench or something to take the rear wheel off. You got to deal with the chain. There's some other stuff you got to take off too to get the wheel off. So hopefully, I'm trying to avoid not getting a flat. So what I did, and I looked this up on YouTube, you can Google this as well. I bought some Mr. Tuffy tire liners, and I put those inside the tire, put the inner tube in, so I had to take both wheels off. I did this, maybe it took me a couple hours. And I put the tube in, and then I bought some thing called Flat Out. It's a kind of a liquid. I think it has Kevlar in it. I saw this on a YouTube video. I think Bolton e-bikes had a little segment on it, because there's slime you can get to put in the inner tube, but it seems like Flat Out, to me, from what I've looked at, may work a little bit better. So I took the tires off, put the Mr. Tuffy tire liners in, put the inner tube back. I took the valve stem core out of the inner tube with a tool I got, and put the Flat Out in, and just put everything back on the bike, spun the wheel. So that Flat Out is, if you do get a puncture, it's supposed to seal the hole, and then you can just pump your tire back up. So I did that on the front and back, so I'm going to do everything I can to try to prevent a flat from happening, because trying to change a tire out or patch a tire on the side of the road is not something I look forward to doing, and especially on the rear wheel here. So this is the Rock Brothers bag. I'll show you what I got inside. Things I carry in here, I had this already in my toolkit in the garage. It's just I guess, Husky brand hex wrenches. You know, I use these for other things, but this comes in handy, especially the 5mm, 4mm size. So I keep that in there. I went to Home Depot and bought a pack of these Thule kind of little bags. So this in here I have I guess sockets, so I can take the rear wheel off. Did go ahead and bought, I guess, some inner tubes. I got 3 inner tubes. These are Continental type inner tubes, and it's 26. The tires that come with the bike are 26 by 2.3, I think. So I just keep one of these in here, so in case I don't feel like patching a tire, I can just change the inner tube out, which is a lot faster. This is, I guess, a bigger pack that I got from Home Depot. But I got some crescent wrenches, you know, a socket driver. I have a adjustable wrench. Also have some kind of wire cutters, because I have to cut the zip ties that hold some of the wiring on the bike to change the back tire. Also have some extra Allen keys, Allen wrenches. So I keep all that in here in case I need to take the tire off. Also, I got another bag here, and this is the tire change. I got some zip ties because I got to tie the wiring back to the frame on the back wheel. I got some tire levers to take the tire off. Also got kind of a patch kit for the tire. And I got a couple of patch kits in here. So you got to be prepared. You never know when you're going to get a flat. Also, I got a mini pump, so if I do get a flat, I can change it out. This is the Pro Bike Tool mini pump. Kind of came pretty highly recommended. What I like here, it's a screw-on type rather than the press on to the valve stem. Oh, and also probably the most important things that I've added to the bike, accessories. I did change out the seat that came with it, and that's one of the first things I like to do. So I got the Bikeroo seat. It's wider, softer. I really like this. It makes it a lot more comfortable to ride. And I also changed out the seat post. And I looked online and I got the Suntour suspension seat post. And it's just great. The seat can flex as you go over bumps, so it really makes it riding a lot smoother, like you're almost riding on air. The bike has suspension shocks on the front, so this just makes it a lot more comfortable. And I do wear padded biking shorts too, so that helps. Thing about the suspension seat, it comes with like a standard medium spring, but you can get a stiffer spring or a lighter spring depending on your body weight. And I know the medium spring that I had, it was a little bit rough, so I'm a slim guy. I did get the lighter spring and it made a lot of difference. Now the suspension post can flex, go up and down, where before it really wasn't. So it made a whole lot of difference. So I don't think I'm going to do too much more to the bike. Like I said, get a horn and a mirror to go on the side. I did order some handlebar, like things that if you need to change a tire, I need to turn the bike upside down. The thing's called handlebar jack. You attach to the handlebars so it keeps the handlebars off the ground and keeps the display from hitting the ground. So I'll put those in here, and I think that's about it. But when you got a bike like this, you know, I live in a small town, there's really no bike shop around or that can work on this, so I'm pretty handy. I used to ride bikes in my younger days and did all the work on them, you know, built wheels, trued wheels, and changed out stuff, so I'm pretty handy. So I had to get some tools, and what I did get, I had to adjust the brakes because they were kind of rubbing on the rotors. So I did get a park rotor tool. Like I can kind of bend the rotor a little bit. I did get a bike repair stand. I did get a bike rack, a hitch rack to go on my pickup truck. And I did take the bike to a local park, and I did get a rain cover to go on the bike in case I'm driving and it starts to rain. I did get a pedal wrench and a torque wrench set, because some of these bolts have to be torqued to a certain specification. I did get like some bike grease. I had to buy a floor pump, and also I did get some chain lube and something to clean the chain off. So you got to do just regular bike maintenance to keep these bikes, I guess, lasting. You know, they're not the cheapest bikes, but this RadCity I think was like $15.99, which is about kind of on the lower mid end of e-bikes, so they can go up to $5,000-$6,000. And I know just regular bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes, you can spend $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. So really they're not that much different in price from a high quality regular bike. So I highly recommend the RadCity, and hope you liked the video and found it interesting. Alright, thanks for watching. Goodbye.